Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday night, your favorite night of the week, starring your 4 favorite assholes. He's lean, he's getting meaner. His name is Peacock. Former SS soldier.
Don't say that.
No,
Don't
funny.
say that.
Okay,
No.
I'll try it.
No.
Leave that in.
No, I know. I'd say it in, but Jesus.
I'll try it a different way. Years ago, a gentleman wanted a blonde hair.
No. Stop with the Hitler jokes.
Hitler's
Jesus.
great-great-grandson.
What the fuck?
All right, we'll try. He's super good looking. Danny Joe.
Thank you. Mike, you know what? I'll take it from here, buddy. I appreciate
I want mine. I want mine from him.
Oh, God.
Do you want to go on a magic carpet ride? Well, I know someone, stereotypically speaking, who has a few carpets you can ride, including his face. His name is Charles. That's right, folks. It's pronounced Charles. Last on my list, who shall I lampoon? There he is. He's here. He's there. He has hair everywhere. His name is Frank Wolf.
That was fire.
That was fucking amazing.
That was fire.
The super and wonderfully talented Michael Ziccola. Thank you so much for that introduction. That was fabulous. I fucking hate you though. And Peacock, he did give you a nice compliment. You look like shit still. I think you need to seriously put in some serious work. Let's go.
We're getting there.
How you doing, buddy? Where you at?
think you look good.
No, I'm just kidding. You look amazing. I'm just saying, where are you on this journey, and are you continuing it?
So last week was actually the first week I didn't weigh myself because St. Patrick's Day weekend got out of hand.
It got out of hand.
I didn't want to.
I just don't. I want to make sure that you stay with the steady progress there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
We're just not we're not letting off you like too quick just because you had a good couple months.
We got Fit AF helping out.
Yeah. How they doing? Are they helping?
Fantastic. They're
Dude,
amazing.
I will say I notice you eating them, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Yeah.
They actually taste good, so I'm like, yeah, this is great. Like I don't have to cook for myself anymore. This is fucking awesome.
That's a big thing, right? Food,
huge.
it's got to taste good, right? That's a big thing that people, I don't want to die and it tastes like shit. If the food tastes good, it's easier to diet.
Yeah, so we're back. Peacock, honestly, you actually are looking really good, and I'm proud of you for your journey so far, the journey. And honestly, if Fit as Fuck can get you there, I'd be super happy about that, because you know that's their hardest problem, obviously. And yeah, what do you think?
So I did, after we stopped the challenge was over, I did check the week after, and just doing the, keeping on going with the Fit AF meals and going to the gym, I was down another 6 pounds. I was like, oh,
So you're moving.
this is fucking easy. Like,
No, it's not.
God, no, it really isn't.
You'll get to
but-
a point where you're like, well,
Yeah, but he's
this
got definite amounts of time before
Yeah.
they're gonna stop pouring off. They should be pouring off for
And
a
I
while.
just mean like not having to prep my own shit now, and like just not thinking about what I'm eating, like not having put any effort into that part
a
of
huge
it.
hurdle that
It's
you don't have to
huge.
jump on.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
Because I really only eat twice a day anyway. But like if I'm at work, I'm gonna go down the street and get like Jersey Mike's or something. If then I get home, I'm like, cook a steak or some stupid
Can
shit
I
like
tell
that.
you,
have
you
to
like
do
Jersey
extra.
Mike's?
I love Jersey.
I just had this conversation with my cousin. He loves Jersey Mike's.
Love it.
Have we talked about this before?
We live in an area where there's so many local sub shops.
To me,
Why are
it's-
you even going
me,
to a
it's
place
the
like that?
New England is like the sub capital
Yeah.
of
You're not
America.
wrong. Yeah.
Jersey Mike's ain't it.
But like right
Ain't
down the
it?
street from my work, there's one, and then at work when we have vendors come in, for some reason they always bring Jersey Mike's.
It is like the atypical.
It's-
So like my company, they like when they have kickoffs and stuff,
Yeah.
they'll send you like a $15 DoorDash to
Dude,
to
if they
specifically,
want to
it's always
cater
Jersey
us,
Mike's.
if they want to cater us, I mean, I'd be happy for them to send some Jersey
I mean,
Mike's.
if you're putting in our area, you guys aren't wrong. Like there's way better places you can go get like an Italian or something or whatever. But if you're putting them up against like Jimmy John's and Subway and all that other like chain shit, they're way better.
I don't really fuck with any of them, I guess.
Yeah, they're
No, I mean, there was
I
a
used
time
to
in our
back
life.
in the day-
Subway was a thing.
Subway back in the day.
Quiznos and shit, but like,
Blimpie.
I never did a Blimpie.
I don't even know what the fuck a Blimpie
It was
is.
just, it was a knockoff Quiznos.
Yeah.
I like Jersey Mike's.
Last time we had Quiznos was do you guys remember?
No.
the way home from Vegas.
Quiznos.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, the flight
way
home.
Oh yeah, at the
Yeah, we
airport.
did.
I
Yeah.
forgot
No, I
about that.
don't.
Yeah,
remember.
Frank almost
Yeah.
missed the plane
Oh
because
yeah,
he
'cause
like
I was
waited so
like, I
long.
can't believe Quiznos. I thought they were
I stayed
shut
longer
down.
than you.
I thought
I
they were
stayed longer.
completely done.
Yeah, we didn't get to go to the lounge because Charles wasn't with us,
Yeah, that sucked.
I ain't going
so we had
Some
to
bullshit.
pay for our
No.
food.
I'm just over, my man.
Did I felt like a peasant for like 5 seconds in Vegas, and it didn't feel good.
Yeah,
Sucked.
but he was taking care of his friend.
We
He
also
was-
had
he
the
was being a good man.
OG fucking New England sub shop for
Dangelos.
yeah,
D'Angelo's.
Dangelos.
Used to
We've
be
definitely
connected
talked
with
about that
Papagino's, which is my
Yeah.
favorite pizza.
Favorite chain pizza.
It's not a chain.
Papagino's? Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Papa Gino.
There's only like 3 left.
No,
No, come on, you're fucking
There was
crazy.
like 80 left or something.
Yeah,
No.
it's
No, we did this.
significantly
We looked it up.
smaller. Yeah, it's
Their
significant.
biggest was like I think 700, and then they went to
Yeah,
400,
you're right. We
and then
did-
it was
yeah, we did
like
do-
70.
Yeah,
I love Papagino's. Classic.
Because they have those ones that are together, and it's like, wow, what am I supposed
The
to do now?
D'Angelo's.
Yeah, and that's why
I haven't seen one of those.
D'Angelo.
Oh, really?
No,
Oh, dude, they have them.
a mixed in.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
shit.
it's a D'Angelo.
I feel like I remember them, but I don't remember.
They
I
used to
can't
be
even
around
remember where.
28.
I mean, I remember
Okay.
like the Pizza Hut Taco Bells, but I don't remember anything like
There's
that.
KFC with the.
Oh, yeah,
fish place.
KFC.
They have like a Long John's.
Long
Whoever
John's.
goes to Long John Silver's.
Gross people.
People in Lawrence, dog.
Well,
There's
yeah,
one in
but
Lawrence, isn't it?
no, it's actually in Salem.
It's probably thriving.
Why am I picturing?
Corey, do you like Long John
Oh
Silver's?
no, it's Taco Bell, Pizza Hut in Salem, right? Or Lawrence.
Yeah.
No, there's a Long John
The
Silver's
whitest kid here.
in
They're
I'm
Salem.
saying
delicious.
Lawrence is the Pizza Hut Taco
Oh,
Bell,
Pizza
right?
Hut's the best.
They have it. No, Lawrence has a Taco Bell.
Lawrence is talking about KFC.
They have it both. They both.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. On the other side.
And that's the same.
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
as
yeah, down
Havel,
by the
too,
Choice
right?
Fitness.
Havel's KFC.
Yeah.
Lawrence also has a next to Central. What is it? Big and beefy.
Big and beefy.
I ate you, give Mama Baba.
Big and Beefy is
like-
pretty good.
Caesars.
Yeah.
We have no bad things to say about Big and Beefy.
Yeah, no, they're good. I mean, it's for a late night spot, and you can still get basically anything. That's pretty dope.
Their menu hasn't changed in like 30
Ever.
Classic.
Neither has their
fucking
cooking
classic.
equipment nor their employees.
Yeah, maybe the same. It could possibly be the same cooking grease, but I don't know. But it still tastes good.
yeah, yeah.
Joey just said Little Caesars, and I was thinking about this the other day. Who the fuck is buying Little Caesars and keeping them in business? That is trash.
people with
people.
not a lot of money.
$5 pizzas and the bacon pizza.
Like, what about like a CC's? Is it like CC's, same shit, right? I mean,
I like the Little Caesar.
I've never
guy,
had
like,
CC's. Is it as cheap as Little Caesars?
I bet it's like the
CC's is a
same.
pizza
Yeah,
Dude, Little
Buffet.
Caesars is hot and ready. You walk in with
Dirt
$5,
cheap.
you're out of there in 2 minutes.
I know.
And you're eating cardboard
Yeah.
with cheese on it. It's disgusting.
Pizza.
It's not that bad. Facts. There's one right across from your.
The commercials used to be kind of dope.
Can
though.
I tell you? So
yeah.
Caesar.
not that
Pizza.
not that I'm shitting on them, but Domino's, right? It's like the dough is just like super thick.
It works, but it's
and,
like,
and it's similar to
I
Little
like
Caesars.
Domino's.
yeah, but I feel sick almost every time I eat it.
That's my issue with it. I like it when I'm eating it, and then
Because
afterwards
it's
I'm like,
perfect when
"Nah."
you're wasted at 2 a.m. and you're like, "What's open?" Well, I don't know.
order it.
Fucking Domino's.
Barbecue chicken pizza from Domino's.
No, it's good in the moment, but I typically feel like shit after.
I do like the little chicken specials they do. They got like chicken with pineapple and jalapenos, or like barbecue chicken.
Yeah, those
I
are
like
good.
the pineapple jalapeno. one.
Anyway, you know what I like to
it's like
eat?
$5.
I like to eat pizza, but I also like to watch the Celtics.
Celtics are fun.
Fucking amazing, right?
That's the,
like
the
'em.
basketball team.
What's that? Yeah, the basketball team. You fucking idiot.
Is that this transition
Yeah.
you like?
No, honestly, this season's been fucking incredible.
Yep.
We have
Phenomenal.
Obviously,
Green runs deep in the house today.
Let's get it.
Super fucking pumped to have him.
And I hope they continue on deep because when the Celtics do well, Smith's Tavern does well.
100%.
Yep.
100%. Game volume, baby.
Game volume.
Every
Game
single
volume.
time.
10 TVs.
No, we're so pumped to have Green Runs Deep here to talk some fucking Celtics this episode. We need some sports talk, don't you think?
We need some sports
Peacocks.
talk.
I think we probably need to kick our resident nerd off the show right now.
Sorry about it.
And bring in my
think
guy over here. Green Runs Deep.
I'm not touching anything.
Don't touch this.
Yeah, don't pull the mic apart.
Are you breaking that? Don't break that, Chow.
You like that?
My
Corey.
dude. Corey, what is happening, my
What you
man?
guys doing tonight?
Yo, doing so fucking good.
Our boy Corey.
Feeling about as good as the Celtics are playing right now. And what do you got to say at this point? Like, you're a super fan in one of the best, like record-wise, that we've had, or one of the best teams we've probably seen, and I mean certainly since 08. But like, this is looking like an all-time team if they can go out and play this well. What do you got to say about them? What's great about them this year that's making them different? And then what are your problems with them?
So first and foremost, I don't want to gauge anyone's interest without knowing you guys. Like, but I have content based. Like, I send out content towards people that are like casual fans.
Yeah.
Diehard fans, like super fans like myself that are like waking up every single morning looking for Celtics content. So how in depth are you guys? Like, do you guys watch any of the Celtics games this year?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so we watch all the games. I'm probably not this year because it's been so busy. Like, don't know the stats of everybody, but I know the team well. I know what's going on well. Obviously, I need to because I have the bar, like, conversation-wise. Peacock's a super fan. Dan, I don't really know his status, but I think he's also a pretty big fan as well.
No, I'm a huge Celtics fan for sure.
I mean, it's from, like, the come down of last year, like, 2 years ago in the finals. Like, it's tough to just keep doing it every year, but I feel like this year the actual realistic end goal is a championship.
Yeah, that's the only thing we need.
So Peacock, you know they went all in this year. They got Porzingis, they got Drew Holiday, and like they pushed all their chips in basically. So
They got long-term contracts though. This team could be together for a little while as assembled, right? I mean,
if they win this year, I think that they got it like another window for next year. But after that, I don't believe they're gonna be built because the new CBA, like a lot of the nerdy NBA shit comes into factor right there. But
so well, I know. So how many years do we have Porzingis locked up for?
he signed up for 2 more
He's
years after this.
two more years. That's what I'm saying. So and then realistically, we're going to re-sign Tatum, so we could have those 3 for 3 more years at least, right?
Can we say this about Porzingis? He's a fucking game changer for the Celtics.
Huge game changer. Are you serious?
He's following my page right now, so maybe he's gonna listen. To Porzingis up late with friends.
Hell
maybe
yeah.
he's gonna be on.
What is your page?
Green Runs Deep.
Green Runs Deep, huge Celtics thing. They do watch parties. That's fucking dope, actually. Every time I need to catch up on it, I jump on his page. I do know you asked Peacock what he thinks about.
Yeah, so no, I mean they went all in. They have to win it this year or it's not going to last. To answer your question, if they win it this year, they have the ability potentially to do a very Warriors-esque thing and keep the band together for a long time.
Yeah.
But if they don't win a championship, you don't get the extra money. You don't get the extra media contracts and stuff. So like they need to win this year, and they know it. Like there's a lot
They
of
have to
pressure
do it
on
because
them.
this is the time. The
Peacock
talent
knows
is
ball.
there.
Peacock knows ball.
So
you didn't
that's-
even need to bring me over here. You guys know that shit.
Let me ask you this. Why do they keep blowing when they do lose, they usually blow like 20-point, 15-point leads. Is that just coming down from like being lazy at the end of a game, or is that just like a problem they're having?
So what I will answer is like in the past couple years that has been an issue. This year I do not see that. Like I've been
A few games,
I've been
and
in
yes,
the house
like,
where there was a couple frustrating losses, like the loss without LeBron and AD on the Lakers.
that was bad.
What the fuck?
That
are
was
you
bad.
doing?
11 and
Right.
a half point favorites.
I was in the building. I brought a nice guest with me, and it was a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah.
I felt like jumping off the bridge after I was.
That
leaving
was
the
that
game.
was really bad. But the one thing I'm noticing, right, like the East has been lackluster this year for sure. Like, you know, the Bucks look like they could still be a threat because they have the talent. Doc Rivers, can he do it? I don't know. But the rest of the East has just not performed. We've had Embiid hurt a lot of the season, and it's just, the Heat obviously are still scary just because of
I
Spoelstra.
think the Heat are scary
but
as well because what's his name comes on at the end of the year every year.
Oh, Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, Jimmy
Fuck the Heat.
Buckets.
I agree.
again, they start showing up in the playoffs for some reason, and they got good coaching. So it's a scary
All
situation.
right, Miami. Listen, last year you guys took the Celtics in 7 games, but in Boston, we got better food than Miami. We got better pussy than Miami.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That might be the one thing I give them.
Miami this year in 4 games.
Hell yeah.
That I believe is possible. I really do. With this team, I do believe that is absolutely going to happen.
I think a lot of the
I'm saying the East has significantly gone down this year specifically. But you look out west, top 4 teams have given us problems out in the
I'm
West.
scared of the West.
The
I'm
West is good, man. The top 4 teams out there, you got OKC, you got Denver, who is fucking scary as
Denver's scary.
fuck, dude. They are scary as fuck. And I don't know,
they've
man.
done it before. That's what's scary.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
dude,
been
no.
there.
They're veterans, and Murray lights us up every single time. If friggin' Porter Jr. goes out there and actually balls out, and you got what's Gordon out there too. Like they got ballers out there that can
Let's-
go out and hit up.
Let's be real. The last couple years, the Celtics are the fucking Buffalo Bills of the
That's
NBA.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, and you got to get
I'm
off the hump.
fan in the stands that have been fucking pissed off at the end of every season when we lost to Golden State in our house.
Yep.
Last year we lost to Miami
Yep.
in our fucking house.
Yep,
This year I'm ready to be on the parade.
dude,
I
same.
want the fucking
I'll play
parade.
with
You
the
have to show
Raiders.
up.
I'm invested. I know this guy is invested in a lot of things. I'm invested in the fucking Celtics.
Yeah, 100%.
When they do good, my tickets do good.
Yeah.
My watch parties do good. So I need a fucking banner.
Yeah.
And if
We
I
all
could get
need a
my
banner.
fat ass in the locker room to talk to the guys,
Yeah.
I think I could light them up if I lit a little fire. What would you say to these guys before a game? Because this generation,
They don't wanna listen to
they're
me,
all
but-
a couple years younger than me and you. Besides Al Horford's
isn't
old
that
ass,
crazy?
But what would you light them up? Light them up. Like,
I would
give 'em a
honestly just
pregame
tell them,
speech.
like, yo, guys, the tavern's been slow. I need some customers. I need you guys to win.
But actually, if the Celtics do bad, you support a lot of alcoholics too.
Yeah, no,
Depression.
Sad ones
I will
aren't
say
as fun,
this,
though,
It
you
is
know?
better when they do well.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
The
rooting
problem
for the
with-
Celtics at Smith's Tavern.
Yes.
100%.
Watch party at Smith's Tavern.
If we had a watch party at Smith's Tavern, we will have the fucking line all the way to Battleground.
But I do think the NBA
And I'll take a nitro brew too.
and a kombucha.
Kombucha, that shit is too healthy for me.
Kombucha mixed with vodka.
I've been skipping the gym. I used to go to the gym and see this guy. I've been in
I used
gym
to ball with
subs.
them. I would dunk on them.
I've been
Yeah.
in gym subs lately though.
Jim Subs is fire.
Jim,
the
oh,
only
Jim
gym
Sub's
I-
good. Open
Yeah,
late,
yeah.
bro. Good
Get
stuff.
the transitions
I like
out
the
of you.
bread. I like
Hell
the
yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
I will
No,
say
I like
this in
gyms
the
too.
NBA, I feel like a lot of teams just want to get there, and then that's when they'll turn on, stay healthy, do this, which kind of bothers me nowadays in the NBA, which is kind of why I've come off of it. People are taking days off. People are spending hundreds on tickets. You go to the game, they're like, Curry's not playing, LeBron's not playing, this guy's not playing. You're like, yo, what the fuck? I just bought these tickets to come watch.
It is annoying. It happens a lot.
Because in
it
reality,
does, but
if the 8 teams that are in, like, even if you're a 7, 6, 5 seed, you can still win it. You know what I mean?
the good thing is, though, even if the Celtics have one of their best players take a night off, they have so many great players that it doesn't matter what fucking paradigm they have that fucking game. It's still like, oh shit, KP's not playing tonight. That kind of blows. But like, they're gonna come out and win by 25 points.
Peacock.
And unless there's a missing star on the other side, and then you're like, maybe they don't play the whole game. And
So the whole thing with that, and like that's a regular season thing, that doesn't have to be worried about in the playoffs at all. The Celtics are up 11 games in the East right now with, I believe,
I thought it was
13.
12. I thought it was 12.
it was 10 the other day. They
It was
keep
10
winning, dude. They
it
keep
was 10,
winning.
they beat Milwaukee. Now they're
forget.
up 11.
Oh, they
on
did, right? Yep.
So they're up 11 games with 13 left. Like we're not worried. Everybody's gonna play come playoff time. The
Yeah.
biggest
It's the West, bro.
hurdle for the Celtics this season is making it to the playoffs healthy, and then once we get to the finals,
Stay
which we're
healthy.
going to,
Yeah.
it's going to be dealing with the teams that have beat us, because the teams that have beat us this year come from the West. My biggest fear, and you can probably speak on this too, I love Jason Tatum.
Love them.
But I have been very, very critical of Jason Tatum in big games and in playoffs. He turns into a ghost sometimes.
He needs that
and
dog.
that's my big fear with him. He and Jaylen Brown both against Golden State
Peacock, I don't know where you were on Mother's Day last year.
for the Sixers game.
Last year on Mother's Day, I kissed my mother goodbye so I could go to the Garden and watch the Celtics play against the 76ers.
Game 7.
I was sitting next to Jason Tatum's dad the whole game.
Yeah.
And Jason Tatum went off for 52 in Game 7 versus Sixers on Mother's Day. And me and his dad were celebrating. So I believe he could show up. in big
Absolutely,
games.
and I think he's gotten better at that. But you got to remember, like, he's a young dude, but he's not a young buck like everyone thinks he is. He's been there 5-6 times, and against Golden State in the finals, him and Jaylen Brown both didn't show up. And then against the Heat in that series last year when we got eliminated, both of them didn't show up. And it just seems like they take.
They get the
games off.
fumbles a lot during those
Yeah,
moments.
and
You
it
start
just-
seeing them dribbling off their feet, and you're like
I'm a
causing
Celtics
turnovers.
defender over here. You might have to hold me back.
No,
No, no, no, no, no,
I'm
no,
just
no, no,
joking. I
no.
love
But
the
like,
Celtics.
trust me,
No,
fucking
I know
love
where you
them.
guys are coming
Love
from.
them.
You guys are logical people.
I
I'm just
think
joking.
Porzingis
Yeah.
has been a huge
Unlock.
huge glue to the team that's holding them together. Not holding them together, but keeping them together. And there's not as much pressure on Tatum. There's not as much pressure on Brown. And then you have Drew Holiday, who's a fucking glove on defense. Like, and Derek White is playing some of the best. Like, if that man doesn't,
Derek
win sixth man of
fucking
the year,
White, dude. Can we just like
That dude is
Dude, like,
fucking incredible. I don't even know if you can
This
give
fucking
him
guy,
sixth
dude.
man
Oh
because
my
he
God.
starts so often.
Can I
But,
ask a
like,
question?
Defensive player of the year, maybe.
I agree with that. Sorry, I thought you were done. I didn't mean to cut you off. Two things. Why do you think that Porzingis all of a sudden became the stud that he was? Was it because he has a better core around him? Because
always-
I feel like on the Knicks he wasn't that good.
Well, I mean,
He
it's
was good, but now he's like
no,
a
no, no.
beast.
Porzingis has always been nasty. It's just I think that he's also had to be the guy at a lot of his teams, and it's pretty nice when you can spread the floor with guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and have pretty much the entire team, Al Horford, all be able to spread the floor, and he can shoot. But I mean, when he's playing close to the rim, he's still getting buckets. Like, I've seen that guy post up more this season than I've seen in probably fucking 10 years.
Facts.
It feels like.
Corey, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Who's the dog on the Celtics that's going to be the motherfucker when the playoffs start? Who's going to be the guy that's in the other team's face? Like, that's what I think, like, we need. Like, the smart kind of, or like the old fucking Garnett kind of, like, get the fuck out of my face kind of guy.
I'll be honest with you. I think this year I've seen Jaylen Brown take a leap, and he's not really afraid to, like, make enemies in the league.
Okay.
And this day and age, all these NBA players are pussies. They all
Yeah.
want to be going out after for a steak with their friends. And Jaylen Brown, I feel
Going
like
banana boats.
Jaylen Brown, I feel like he's gonna go and
He's not hitting the club
hit
after?
somebody in the face.
He's not hitting the club
I feel
after?
like everybody
He
needs
has
that
his
Draymond
circle.
Green
Jaylen Brown
type
has
of
his
guy.
circle.
Okay.
Like,
Are you in his circle?
I will say I'm definitely an outsider, but they invited me to a couple of his events
yeah.
before and like giving me gifts. Like,
He gave you some swag, right?
I helped them grow their juice label
Hell
when they
yeah.
first began.
No shit.
Bro,
Now
you have
that-
3,000 hats here. You better have something.
Now that Jaylen Brown made all his money though, he's been slacking on his brand. So this year, hopefully, he makes some new shit.
Yeah.
Are you still playing poker?
I like poker a lot.
Yeah?
Peacock's a poker guy,
I
too.
have too, yeah.
Have you ever played over here in Salem?
At Chasers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I was there and the MVP of the finals was at the same table as me. Can you guess who it was?
Kevin Garnett? Paul Pierce, sorry.
You think that?
So,
you think those guys would come up to Salem, New Hampshire?
So,
No, you see, you're saying you said a poker
the
star.
Little League World Series.
No, MVP of National Basketball Association.
Oh.
because I played next to Paul
MVP
Pierce.
finals.
Who was it?
Cedric Maxwell?
Yo, you know ball. Cedric Maxwell, I was playing poker with him.
I don't even know who Cedric
That
Maxwell is.
Well,
No,
he's
he's
the
got the
man.
draft.
He
I know
does
who he is.
radio. He does radio for the Celtics, but he was the NBA MVP finals
I like that. Do you ever still play ball yourself?
basketball.
No, pickleball.
I play pickleball.
Me too, yo. Let's get it.
Citadel.
I'll see
at
you
Citadel.
there. We pickleball. We're doing them pickleball boys.
That's funny though. I played. I was playing 2-5, and there was a crowd behind me at Foxwoods, and I was like, "What is I thought they hit a bad beat or something. I was like, "What is happening?" I turn around. The seat directly behind me is Paul Pierce playing at Foxwoods. He loves poker. He was there all the time.
Paul Pierce is a good friend of mine, and he follows
Really?
my page.
No
I
shit.
play
Shout
with
out
him.
Paul Pierce.
Dude, he's
Paul
the
Pierce.
he is the
I'll
fucking
play
man.
I'll play
I'll
with
play with
friends.
Dude,
Paul Pierce.
that dude, like when I was growing up, was just the fucking man,
There's two
dude.
Paul Pierce
Oh.
stories I love. One is when he pretended to get hurt so he could go to the bathroom. That was fun.
That didn't happen.
I don't know. I came back out. That's the second one is when he was fucking live streaming and he didn't
That
give a
was
fuck.
the
It was
best.
He's like, look at these fucking strippers, whatever. And he's like, yo, big deal. You guys never got strippers before? They're like, you're fired. He's like,
Dude, at ESPN, I mean, come on, dude.
Like that dude's single. He's got strippers in his house. Well,
You're
big
not
deal, let
you're
him
not
live.
allowed to do that.
Nowadays, it's like
The fucking
he's
NBA.
just expressing his inner motions of understanding beauty.
No, dude.
people.
Whatever.
Are you a
I'm
stripper
a
guy?
man of God. If that was me, I'll be in a lot of trouble too. After that,
You'd get fired.
I'm retired from the game.
No, we're all retired from the.
Nah, we know Charles. but-
Every now and then you could tap in, but I'm on my best behavior for the most
No, and
part.
honestly, I think a better life is with the best behavior and how better to enjoy like a team. Like you can ride a team, like to become a better person, even like love something. You love the Celtics. You watch them every night. You follow their fan base. You have your own fan base. Even like that's something to be better with.
Bro,
Fuck the
you
drinking,
made
the
a
drugs,
career
all
out of
that.
something you love.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're making. I mean, maybe you do other things too, but the fact that you're chasing your passion and you're making money doing it, it's fucking awesome. Like how did that really start clicking for you? Obviously, you grew your social media and things started coming your way. But when did you realize that you actually could make money this way?
So basically, I've been doing this for like 15 years, and it's more so like I just like am a big fan of shit like Supreme back in the day growing up, like shit that's like for sale, and then like when it sells out, you cannot buy it anymore. And I've done a lot of releases like that where
So you're like a bit of a hype beast. Like
like I'll sell a sweatshirt and only have 100 of them, and when I sell out, all my friends will be reaching out to me to try to buy more, and then there'll be like 300, and they'll still pay that shit.
You ever lie to them and say they're sold out, but they're not really sold out? I know the
You
game.
know, I'm from Lawrence, Massachusetts.
So you owe me $350. I bought one from you once.
Hey, and that's another thing. Maybe sometimes, like for the Instagram, I'll stretch out a Boston accent a little more, and these people
Hit us
get
with your
rattled.
Boston accent.
I'll just stretch it
ask
out.
me to go have
yeah,
a
we're
beer.
on my way to TD Garden.
The garden. I'm wearing my khakis in the garden. I'm having a beer kid.
But like I'm a comedian in my own circle to my own friends, so like that's where I started, and then began like bringing a army together of like fans and like these watch parties that I throw. Like I meet some people that like maybe sometimes I DM'd with them like 5 years ago when they were in a tough spot in their life, and like they come up to me and thank me and stuff, and it like that means more to me than making any amount of money or anything
That's
these
dope.
days. Like
real.
sometimes when I make money with the watch parties, I'm able to do things and make people's lives better. And like little kids, their parents will message me, oh, it's my son's birthday, he follows your page, like I'll send him a quick video and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's dope.
if I could do that in like 5 times a week, that shit will like make me
Yeah,
feel
It's a
sometimes
great
a small
fucking
thing.
answer, bro.
and I'm still a scumbag though. I'm still a scumbag.
But it's nice to make the money as well. But but yo, that's
hey,
dope,
little
dude. That's
Billy,
really
we
dope.
love you. Happy birthday. My Venmo's.
Nah, I do appreciate that a lot,
What's
bro.
the biggest watch party you've had? How many people?
Last year for the Game 7, there was like 1,000 people there, and like
At the
each
Brook?
one
Where was it?
This was at Big Night Live in Boston.
Oh, you did it, Big Night Live.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like, pretty much everyone I had there last year like sold out. So we're in meeting with them this week, and we're gonna have them again for this year. So
Oh, yeah.
we would love to invite you guys and the whole crew out for one of the games. Like, and we're not in the game, but I'm telling you this, we got a big ass screen, and the fans in there are the top tier people that are like a little rough around the edges, some of them, but like it's a good facility and they get rowdy and it's a fucking good night.
Let me know if you need a DJ for the event or something. I don't know.
I think I could connect some dots if you know how to spin.
Oh, I've been spinning.
I mean, if
He's the
it's
spin
fucking pretty
master.
simple. If you know how to play Dirty Water, Dropkick Murphys, you fucking got the job.
Like that.
I can fuck it up, dude. I can tell you.
Nah, he's
What
the
do you
best.
guys feel about the Red Sox season's coming up? People want to get rid of that song, Sweet Caroline.
I'm so sick of it. There's a guy who sings that in karaoke, let alone the Red Sox game, and I'm like, bro, we get
They'll
it.
never do that.
And but
They'll-
the problem is
they'll-
everybody, dude, sings along. Like you're like, I hate that
Yeah,
song. Then it comes
that
on, and I'm like singing along.
It
like,
makes you feel like a pink hat a little bit, but it's whatever. Like,
Play it now.
yeah.
so that's where, yeah. Now it's
the
just
Yankees
weird.
play
But
it.
we did. It's us. It's
Yeah.
our song.
Yeah.
No, because I get his bathroom. It was perfect timing. I'll show you.
Joey, hop in.
Joey doesn't know anything.
No,
about
Joey knows
sports.
nothing. You know way more about fucking sports.
So I'm
than
gonna
him.
call him Frank because
We could
the
talk about
bathroom's called.
fashion. We could talk about
No,
Kids
I
season
know,
Wednesday.
but we're having. I feel like we're pretty into it right now. You know,
I have an entrepreneurship.
there's so much to talk about with the C's right now. Yeah, dude, no shit. Welcome to my life. I have to fix that fucking thing.
Peacock, how are you a big Celtics fan? You remember when Terry Rozier wore the Drew Bledsoe jersey?
That was
Yep.
great.
Yes, the scary
that was me that brought the Drew Bledsoe jersey.
No
too.
fucking way, dude.
That's hilarious.
Are you joking?
Drew Bledsoe was
Yeah,
my
I
hero
brought-
growing
That's
up.
real
And,
story?
and Terry Rozier is a
That's
blood.
fucking crazy.
And this guy was
Wore the
like-
blue?
It was a blue jersey. He's like looked at me like I got 5 heads. Like, oh no, wearing that shit. I'm like, bro, you wear this, it will be worth it. You know?
It
And
did. It
this
blew
guy-
up too. That's
yeah.
wild,
That's
bro.
dope.
That's
Just
fucking crazy.
just like cool, like little barroom talk that I have forever. Like,
That's pretty dope.
Because then Bledsoe showed up at one of the games wearing the.
and I was
yeah.
with both of them after
That's
the game
sick.
too, so I got pictures forever that I will remember.
That was fucking
little
hilarious.
goofy
Yeah.
things like that, like being a sports nerd like me, it paid off. You know,
Absolutely.
100%.
Paul Pierce follows me, Antoine Walker,
Twan.
Chris
Walker
Stapps,
Wiggle.
Yep,
Bill Russell's kids, his wife, like
that's what's up.
Larry Bird's son, like a lot of.
He's balling out right now too, right?
Yeah, he's crushed.
Who's that?
Larry Bird's son.
It's his
Larry Bird?
nephew.
Oh, is it nephew?
Nephew.
Oh, it's his
I thought it was
nephew.
his
No,
son.
no, I think that guy was.
Oh, no,
fake.
it's his-
he's not really related.
He's
They-
really not.
They call him like
They called him out?
Yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't
no.
real.
I thought
It wasn't real.
No, I'm
he was in college.
I don't think it's
No,
real.
No?
I
Really?
think it's
There's
real.
a kid in high
Fact
school
check.
that.
Okay, I
No,
will, but
the
I
one
thought
I'm thinking of is a high school
Yeah.
player.
no. They're saying
I
his
thought it was
son's.
either his
I thought his
grandson-
relative
No
is
relation.
nasty.
No
Really?
I thought it was grandson or
Oh
son.
my god, that's so disappointing.
Well,
I was
either
hoping.
way, he's a nice white kid.
Yo,
No,
Larry
he's
Bird-
still nice.
Playing
Yeah.
some good ball.
My
Yeah.
Larry Bird sneakers, these are like 40 years old.
No, they're not.
Those-
brand new.
I also sent. I was
They're
sending
still
pictures to my
wearable.
cousin. I just sent him a picture.
Those
of
are
He's
not
like,
40-year-old
"God damn."
shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
You're
those-
lying,
those
dude.
are OG. I know what the.
Yo, these are fucking mint,
Those
dude.
are the weapons right
Are
there.
you these? No
Nicer
shit,
than
bro.
those. These are
Dude, those are
I knew
mint.
what they were, and they're. Yeah,
Bro, you're
those are-
fresh. I
those
like
are
that,
nice.
man.
I like old stuff.
That's dope.
I'm into that stuff.
I'm big.
No,
on
I
retro.
mean,
I
I'm
like
a
retro
huge
stuff.
fan. That's fucking awesome. Speaking of that, you got quite the collection of hats over there, bro.
I wanted to bring a couple of the hats out here and see if you guys could guess how much they cost.
We can
Grab them, dude. I want to see what's going on with those fucking things.
We are so back. We're back in the fucking 1990s right now.
Wow, dude. Is that how long these run back? How long you been collecting?
I've been collecting since I was a little boy, and I got my first hat right here in
How old are you, by the way?
33.
Okay,
Larry
all right.
Bird. Great Larry.
33 Larry Bird.
No
baby.
shit.
This was my first hat, a little corduroy hat, and now my son wears it. It's kind of cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just brought some of these on here because these are hats that I wear to games, and I find it interesting. Some people find it interesting. How much do you guys think like a hat like this would go for?
I mean,
I kind of
just
spoiled it by
just asking the question, you have to realize it's probably more than you would
so
expect.
This involves,
But
Yeah.
So me questioning what year is it from?
It's like 94.
it's in good shape too. It's like it looks like it's pretty clean.
I like to wear it.
Logo Athletic was so that remember that Patriots hat I was talking about?
Yes.
It was Logo Athletic. It was this brand, which I know was worth money. So I don't know, $300.
Good guys.
I
If you
mean,
want to inspect.
so
I love how deep it is, and it has the
And
this
it's
one's
got a-
similar.
it's got a good
The
weight
high-
to it.
The high up top when it fucking peaks up top. That's what I like.
I'm a hat nerd.
I mean,
Thank you.
I just know when I go on like a hype beast or if I go on a lot of these sneaker websites, they off like market stuff that you can't get just run so fucking expensive these days. Like, I mean, it's not unheard of to see a pair of, it's not a pair of shoes, but like a pair of shoes go for thousands sometimes. So a hat, I feel like could easily go for 1,000 plus.
If you
I don't
told
know.
me that
I don't
this
know.
was a hat,
I not that I would necessarily spend that, but I think maybe somebody would. I don't know.
if you told me that this hat was worth $5,000 and you would give it to me for free, I would say no because I will never wear a Celtics hat that says LA on the back.
You wear a
a
set.
good
You wear an
point. Yeah,
LA hat
I
all the
wear a
time.
Dodgers hat,
Yeah.
not
That's
a
a good
Lakers
point.
hat.
Yeah, but it's just a brand. I wonder.
That is true,
No,
though.
I don't.
That
even
is
know-
true, though.
I don't
That's
even. So it's
sacrilegious, bro.
LA.
I can't-
LA Athletic.
I
I don't
can't
even
do
know
it.
that the LA means Los
Logo
Angeles.
Athletic.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
It's not,
But
has
I don't
nothing
like
to do with
it.
LA.
I ain't doing it.
I see what he's saying there,
But I
but
would,
Take
I
it
would
off
probably
you.
say, yeah, I would probably say.
All right,
like
so we have this hat
400
right
bucks.
here. I thought that was
the fact that he's asking the question, I was just assuming it must be.
Yeah, I
Wait,
would
so
it's
say-
got to
like,
be
what-
4
you know
digits at
the-
least,
the
right?
Running price on that?
So that one, the Black Dome Shark Tooth, that one's like 1,500.
Okay, so yeah, it's
But, like,
crazy.
But-
300 was not
but
a good
but if
guess,
someone-
dog.
if
That was
someone-
not a good
If
guess.
someone went to me and
I'm at
offered me
20%.
1,500,
You wouldn't
I'll
take
tell
it.
them to go fuck themselves.
Right?
that's-
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'll be like, first of all,
Getting the worth is not it.
First of all, if you come up to me and you see me wearing that, you should know who I am because I have a big name. In the so I walk around with a little big head.
Yeah.
But,
What if they offered you 3,000 for? What if they gave you double the amount for that fucking hat?
if it comes with a reach around, I would consider it. Go to the family bathroom.
Okay,
at the
all
game or
right.
something.
He's
So,
seen the
so,
podcast.
so it just means it means a lot to you. It means a lot to you. It's
I'll
not.
be
It's not the
honest,
money.
Sometimes there's things that money cannot buy. I probably would not sell that one because it also came from a friend that was a collector that
Oh, that's
it
cool.
means a little more too. You know,
Fair enough. Fair
I had to
enough.
pry it out of his hands for whatever I did, and it was not sexual favors.
You ain't P Diddy. You ain't P Diddy, bro.
There was no Puff Daddy activity going on in this exchange.
Yeah, so no one loves P Diddy anymore, right? Just
Dude,
so we're all on the
what
same
the
page.
fuck, man? It's like, can we have nothing
I'm
good?
sorry, I'm completely changing the subject.
Dude.
Did anyone see his? I forget which song it is, but a video from the '90s, and there's straight up a dude in a bikini dancing in the music
Dude,
video.
I don't even know, man.
Legit, a dude in
listen.
a bikini dancing. In the
All I
music
knew
video.
is Biggie
and
was
it's
a
like
G,
a short clip, and
and-
it's like, how did no one ever notice this? It's wild to think about. I'm
I
sorry,
don't-
we can go back.
No,
to what we
no,
were
no,
talking
no, no.
about.
I mean,
But
honestly-
it's top of mind. I'm like,
No,
what the
dude. I
fuck?
mean, fucking around. Did you see this? Did you see the documentary on him and shit with like him and Clive Davis and fucking what's his name from?
Wait, this is the 50 Cent documentary.
No. On it was Surviving Diddy. They did one on YouTube.
So 50 Cent is putting out a documentary on Diddy.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
sure
cool. I didn't
everyone
know
is
if
at
that
this
came out.
point.
Yeah,
No,
cool.
I mean, 50 wants to blast everybody, but
I love 50.
50's awesome.
I love 50.
50's awesome.
real, dude.
Yeah, he's
Real,
the man.
raw, love
But
it.
no, dude, Diddy did some shit, bro.
Yeah.
Diddy did some shit. Like that dude, like he could be behind the deaths of basically all of those guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude.
He's changing his name to Puff
Sorry,
Clinton.
completely.
Dude, he-
curveball, dude.
I'm listening to what you guys are saying, and it's also bringing to my attention all the people that are getting outed from Nickelodeon from our childhood.
Dude,
yeah,
you
yeah.
see
All
that?
these
Yeah.
weird motherfuckers.
There was like 20 of them, dude, all working for the company. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm
fucking-
glad these people are getting a platform to bring forth
Producers.
these fucking weird people
Yeah.
out
get
there
these
because-
guys the fuck out, bro.
Sucks, dude. Bill Clinton.
And
for,
put
I mean, not
me
Bill
in,
Clinton,
baby.
him too. Bill Cosby for years, dude. That guy got away with some nasty shit.
Yeah, but he was
Fuck that
he
guy.
was a fucking bastard.
At least
but
he
at
was
least
funny.
he was. But no, and no, but he also wasn't going after like 12-year-old girls like fucking Epstein, like and all these other
I mean,
fucking
where
Clinton
did-
and
I
shit.
mean-
I don't know what he was doing.
Disgusting.
I don't know what he was
I do
doing.
put
but
child stuff lower on the totem pole, but at the end of the day, Bill Cosby was.
he was a
drug-
piece of shit.
Yeah,
no,
he
I'm not
was
defending
drugging-
him.
he was
I'm not
drugging
defending
people
him by
and-
any means. I'm not defending him by any means. I'm just
Where-
saying.
where are you
I'm
on
just
the
saying, like,
shit
what
pole,
kind
I
of
guess?
murder did you do? I don't know. I think they all there's a fucking scale.
I just found a fun fact. Like, you're never too old to learn something new. And in like 1994, when they brought Bill Russell to the Garden and did some ceremony for him, Bill Cosby was the narrator of that.
Really?
Yeah,
But
kinda
dude,
interesting.
Bill Cosby was
I find that on
elite,
YouTube?
dude. He was.
I don't know. I found it on some website.
It is heartbreaking that Bill Cosby turned out to be what he was
Yeah,
because
I loved
I
him
loved
growing
Bill
up.
Cosby,
Yeah,
bro.
growing up,
Like,
I
What
loved
that
him.
show? The funny shit kids say or something?
yeah.
Kids say the
Kids say the
darndest
darndest
things.
Kids say the
things.
darndest
There was
Yeah.
a kid in my middle grammar school that fucking was on that show.
It sucks.
Nowadays, that's just all over like YouTube or something when kids say dumb shit.
Yeah. They put it out there before.
Dude, that's literally what we do for a living, bro. Like,
But somehow fucking Rob Deerdeck still can do it.
Rob Deerdeck.
Somehow he's
Also-
still posting videos no one's seen before, and it's
He's
someone
the
like
man.
completely busting their ass. Or
Most of
whatever
his
they
content now is just like all positivity. He's killing it.
I haven't watched it in a while.
No,
I love Rob. I have
he's
nothing bad to say
basically
about
just
Rob.
saying like create a checklist and do it.
Yeah, he has a podcast as well.
Yeah, he's
does
doing
well.
He does well.
He does well.
Yeah. And when's your next party, bro?
So right now, the Celtics, Peacock brought up how they have a nice cushion. I feel like I'm just hanging out the next month, and then I'm right when the playoffs begin. Big Night Live is gonna be a big thing, and we're gonna bring like each game probably like 300 people at each party, and like
How many parties do you normally do during the playoffs?
as far as the Celtics go, like each round out
Every game?
yes.
Oh no shit!
let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's super. Wow,
That's
you're doing
awesome.
wow. You're taking up a big night live for every fucking playoff game.
It's a lot of time away from my family, but in the end of the day, it's like
Yo,
what I
that's
live
so
for, too.
dope,
it's
though.
Like, sometimes it's sad to go kiss my kids real quick and then go over there after like a long day of work, but it's what I love.
So dope.
And I'm just desperate for this banner too, because it's been 15 years of
it's
me
been a
waiting.
bit.
Isn't
Which
it
is
great?
wild.
I was thinking about that the
2008,
other day.
It's crazy.
bro.
Yeah, so like
How
during my high school
long.
career,
They've
they
been
were
milking that shit
the
for
most
too
fire.
long.
It's been a
But
while.
it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
because
Because
life.
we've been in
feels
well, so it's also because
I'm
we've been in
hungry, it's been
contention.
too
Yeah,
long.
no,
Yeah.
I'm hungry too. But like when you actually think about it, I feel like it was a couple years ago. And then I'm thinking about it the other day. I was like, I was a junior in high school,
Damn.
staying up late watching those games, drinking with my buddies.
But
Like,
dude, the
fuck?
Rams
I think
Super Bowl doesn't feel that long ago, but it was, bro.
So the big thing is, all right. So it's because we've had a good team. It's not like we've had a shitty
right.
team.
We've made
Right.
runs.
We've
Right.
had a good team. For that
Eastern
long.
Conference Finals was not unheard of. Basically,
They've
right.
been knocking on the door.
But the whole time. So it's been good. And even when they were like the Bridgies, like quote unquote, like they were still making it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I had fun during the Isaiah Thomas years. Those like got us
so
into
great.
these years. And,
Yeah.
like fortunately, Danny Ainge looks good with that trade to Brooklyn with the one of the worst days of my life when KG and Paul Pierce got traded away. But
When you saw
it was
the
a blessing in
potential of that,
disguise
though.
when they got JB and JT, they both smashed.
And do you
Yeah,
remember when
I mean, Ian Marcus Smart for a long time, man. He definitely was a big role in our team. Is he gonna be the difference maker in a championship team? I mean, no, but he was amazing while we had him.
do you remember when they drafted JB?
I
Everybody was
I
like,
was at the draft party and I was sitting right next to the team owner, and people wanted like Chris Dunn or like
Yep.
something silly. They wanted to make a trade for Jimmy Butler that night.
They
so
weren't happy.
They were booing. And
People
It's
were
it was
not
bullshit.
happy. They
No.
And
were
I go back
pissed
and
'cause
forth and laugh with his family about that because they in the moment knew who their family member was gonna be. So they were like pissed a little bit.
He was
Thank
the
God for
most-
bird rights, bro. Like, 'cause, I mean,
All
do you think they
NBA
would have held a
also.
little bit of
All
a grudge?
NBA. All NBA.
Well, All
If he
NBA
didn't
is
make
what-
All NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
He would have
been out,
jet
bro.
setted for
He
sure.
was-
But that money, you can't turn that down. Like that's the thing they're talking. But the thing about the NBA is like these guys, it's so volatile. Where like you can James Harden your way out of town if you really want to.
Yo, I'm glad I came over here and you guys know what you're talking about. Because there's levels of fanhood, and I could tell you guys know your shit.
I fucking love the Celtics,
I
bro.
respect it.
Yeah, like I
Because
love. I'm a
even
huge
some
basketball
of my friends
fan.
that I watch the games with, I respect them even if they like don't know all this nerdy convo that we're talking right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I do.
The average
just-
person, like a lot of girls that listen to this, they're not gonna know what the fuck we're talking about. But like,
Nah, mostly guys watch the show
That's
anyway.
not
It's
a main
fine.
demographic.
there's some girls out there.
There
I
are
got
some. There
girls-
are some. There are some.
I got some
But
girls-
they'll vibe
I
out.
was told before I came.
You're
on the
funny,
show-
though, so.
I was told before I came on the show that I had people that were gonna tune in, so I couldn't say a couple things. So,
I want to
you
double
never
back
know
to
who's
the
watching.
That's true.
JB draft though. Like he was drafted out of Cal, and no one really knew who he was. The minute you saw him play or watch his highlights, or if you watch college basketball, like you should if you're watching the NBA, he was the most athletic person in that draft. He definitely was raw and he needed coaching. He came to a perfect, like it was the perfect element for him to succeed and become better. He hit the jumps that he's made since his first year are incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought he was going to be great, and he had comparisons to like a baby Kawhi Leonard since the very fucking beginning. So like he's still been a great defender his entire career, and then like again, I think ball handling is the scariest part of Jaylen Brown for me when I'm watching him, and it's like end of the game, and he's got the ball in his hand and he's driving to the hole. I'm like.
Don't stop us right.
I'm
please.
like I again, he can get to the rim and fucking jam it in your face, or
You can kick the ball.
he can kick the ball, and that scares me a little bit.
One thing that irritates me, and we went, like I said, I love-hate relationship with Jason Tatum. I love him, but I do critique
I
his
love
game.
him.
I do critique his game.
Guy's
quite a
fucking
bit.
incredible.
He is. I do critique his game quite a bit because it seems like, and you probably know this, he can get to the rim whenever he wants, and his mid-range game
Yeah.
is some of the best in the NBA.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of the bad games the Celtics have had, or some of the big leads that we've blown, you look at the stat line and he'll be 3 of 11 from 3, and it seems like he's settling and shooting threes. But then you look at the games where we're winning and we're blowing people out, and he'll put up 25 in the first 3 quarters and be 4 or 7, but then he's not aggressive. Point was actually last night. Last night we had a 19-point lead against the Bucks, and he had 23 points going into the fourth quarter, and the man just stopped being aggressive. He didn't want the ball anymore. He wasn't shooting. He was 4-7 from 3. He wasn't shooting anymore, and it took until them getting within like 6 points for him to actually step up and be like, okay, I'm taking over.
It was wild. When
But they did,
When they
but they
turned the
did.
gas back on last night.
They did,
turned
but-
the
In
gas
certain
back
years,
on. I
they
was like,
wouldn't
okay.
do that. They wouldn't pull it out a lot of years.
But
And
even in other games earlier in the season, they played Cleveland. They had a 21-point lead against Cleveland.
that
and
was
they
one of the
blew it, and
worst
it was
losses
very,
of the
very similar.
But you could look back at that at being literally a top 3 bad loss in the entire year, right? Like that's
didn't even lose,
they're-
though.
But it's a
No, with the
Cleveland
Cavs.
they did.
with the
Oh,
Cavs.
oh, yeah.
Right. That was a bad game. And like obviously, like you said earlier, like LA, that was a bad game. And they usually are playing down to their opponent most of the time, or they have such a big lead they kind of take their foot off the gas.
But do you
and that
think,
sucks.
Do you think that he has a tendency to kind of do that, and then like if the shots aren't going down, he kind of forces the three a little bit?
I think you know that the Celtics are going to lose from the first 4 minutes of the game. I think that if they come out flat early and like they're not hitting shots, some nights you just don't have it in the NBA. And I think it's pretty clear the nights that they're going to lose, it happens pretty quick because these guys, they're blowing teams out. Like when they're on, they're on. There's very rarely nights. There are a few that they've lost these leads, but it rarely happens. And then the only time that I'm worried is when we play the West, because those teams are really fucking good. Like you're talking about,
And they got future Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers, dude. You got Kawhi Leonard out there with a freaking great team. You got, not LA, but like again, those types of nights when you have LeBron, if you're playing in LA, it could be a tough night. It's not. I mean, AD's having a monster season, but realistically, it's the top 4 teams that you have to be worried about because those guys are dominating. We've lost against OKC,
They're
right?
too young. They don't worry me.
I don't know, man. Gilgeous-Alexander is a baller. They're ballers, dude. Like, I swear,
best.
I do think we should beat them, but they've beat us. Is all I'm saying.
They come
Denver's
to Boston next in 2 weeks.
And we're gonna win that game.
Maybe we could get the podcast to bring us in a suite or something.
That would be pretty dope. That'd be pretty
Just
dope.
an idea for the boss.
I'm just saying, you might want to think about it. Yeah,
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Denver's the only team in the West that really scares me, to be completely honest. OKC's too young. and
Denver's
I
the
really
number
don't- I
one
don't
scary
feel
of the fucking year, 1,000%.
I wake up in the middle of the night and I see Jokic.
Dude.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
And he doesn't even care.
He doesn't even
Standing
like
over
He
that.
doesn't. He's like,
yeah,
dude, I
fuck
could win this,
basketball.
and I don't even fucking care.
I'd rather
Like,
just ride my horse.
Peacock, I didn't even get to answer you about Tatum, to
Yeah.
be honest. Like, I completely like see where you come from, and I definitely view the same things. And I'm like a little bit nervous about him in big games where he like does exactly what you said. And I just gotta have faith that like hopefully when he does have those lulls, like the other guys are stepping up this year that we don't have. Cause I really feel like I'm watching this team with a huge ass dick over here. Like, yo, it's not Tatum's night. Okay, we got JB. We got
yeah.
fucking
KP's going to
KP.
come out and drop 28 anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Like it really feels like we're playing with
Yeah.
a loaded deck. Like,
Yeah, no, it's
it
true.
Feels cocky to be a Celtics fan, but then Denver, we're talking about that scares the shit out of me.
Different
One
situation.
thing that scares me about Tatum is late game execution, and I feel like he like has not had that buzzer beater or whatever, and it pisses me off how he has that like fade away at the end of a lot of shots and like
It's just like a forced. They all look forced. Nothing looks fluid in that moment, and that's scary. I'm just mostly afraid that realistically, like, look at his age, right? He's been doing this for a long time. You could say you're afraid of his late game heroics, but like most people don't even get the opportunities that he's had to lose these games at this age. Like he has been playing like getting to the friggin' Eastern Conference Finals and getting to the finals so early in his career that like Michael Jordan didn't do it. Kobe didn't do it. Like none of these guys that we look at as like all-time great winners, they weren't. Obviously LeBron had his success, but like he didn't even get there until he was 27,
I think
28.
I'm pretty sure Kobe did it.
He did, but he had Shaq. He didn't do it without Shaq. Again, Shaq's did,
team.
but Shaq was so dominant at that point. Like, yes, Kobe was on those teams and he won and he was great, but it was Shaq.
But you can also say the same thing about Tatum because Tatum had the Defensive Player of the Year last year. He also had Jalen Brown.
Nah,
He
come
had
on,
superstar.
dude. He was not there just because we had friggin'
No,
Marcus Smart. I'm saying he was the best player on the team last year.
And JB
Still.
is also an all-star. Like, he also had a stacked team. He had a
Not
very
Shaquille O'Neal in 2000.
I'm just saying.
I ruffled a lot of feathers in the Celtics sphere this past week because Jaylen Brown liked one of my tweets, and it was basically when you write things on the internet, people could take it 2 ways. And I said if Jaylen Brown was the number 1 on the team, he would be averaging 30 points a game and be in the MVP conversation. Do you think that's a stupid statement? Because Jaylen Brown liked it.
I think that Jaylen Brown could absolutely put up bigger numbers if he was on another team. Again, it would just be harder to win.
Okay, so they wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Well, in the East, I guarantee he could bring a team to the playoffs in the East. Absolutely. There's a difference between saying you're going to win a championship because you need a stacked team to win a championship in the NBA. Like, it's not like you look out west and be like, oh, Jokic is by himself. Like, no, that motherfucker's got fucking players on that squad, and that's why they're great.
Bench, good everything.
Dude, they're just good all around. They make plays and they have serious impact players. Like, dude, Murray is nasty. Murray's nasty. Fucking Michael Porter Jr., when he came out of high school, I thought that dude was going to be KD. Like,
I was high on him.
you know what I'm saying? So he's nasty, and he's
AG. I feel like he's only like 28 years old too. Like, he feels like he's older.
Yeah. He's been around, dude.
no,
He's been
yeah,
around.
no. But I mean, they got a team.
I would say if I completely agree, he can definitely be a number one on someone's team. I think he could actually bring a team and make them a contender and average 30 points a game if he could do one thing, and that one thing is it's not his left, but if you step up that fucking 3-point shooting percentage from 35.2 up to like 38, you're good.
He would. If he was on another team and he had to be the guy, he
Why
could.
do you know
he could
it's
do it.
35.2?
Because I love stats.
That is such a. Would you have known that number?
I love stats.
I don't know that, Peacock.
That's
love
a
stats.
number.
Yeah, I mean, he
That's a
also was
number.
probably on the old internet earlier today. But regardless,
yeah.
Maybe
I
he
love
knew that I was
stats.
coming on the podcast, so he did his
Fair.
homework.
Fair.
You did your homework. You watched the game.
he
yesterday,
didn't. He
right?
didn't do his
Yeah, but
homework.
watched the game
I
yesterday,
just
at
tend to
least.
watch games
Yeah, but
occasionally.
At
It's
least
like-
you watched the game.
Yeah,
Follow
yeah.
specifically 3-point shooting stats because the Celtics
That's a
shoot
number.
shoot a ton of three, like they shoot a ton of threes. So it's something that needs to be known. And earlier in the season, Tatum was shooting sub 35%, and he was still putting up 27 points a game, but it wasn't what it should be. And he has upped his 3-point shooting percentage. He's over 37% now.
That
and
dude's
he's
had a stroke since
completely-
he was fucking 12, dude. That
Yeah.
guy.
But
The
it's-
reason
but
he
Month
when
of
he might have a
March, he's
be-
been going crazy.
Yeah,
I
and it's
heard it on the
completely
broadcast
different.
the
It's
other day.
nuts.
but for his whole life he's been a pure shooter. So like in his brain, like I know it's different for you because you're not thinking about like he doesn't think about his next shot. He just knows it's going in every single time because he's been a pure shooter his whole life. So like when he has a bad game, he's shooting 3 for 12, in his brain it doesn't fucking matter because he's gonna hit the next shot.
Do you realize that up until about 2 months ago, he took the 10th most threes in the league, and he actually had the lowest 3-point shooting percentage out of any of those people? And also,
Look at his career.
On top of that, look at his career.
Yeah.
His career, he is not a 38% shooter from three, which is considered a really good 3-point
You said
shooter.
that was
What's his
10?
what's his
He's-
what's his
You
percentage?
said that was
It's
last
like
10 games?
35.
Is
It's-
it?
It's not. He is a pure mid-range.
He's jacking
silk.
him, though.
That's what makes me so irritated sometimes is that he can take 2 steps in and he's gonna fucking hit it.
Yeah.
Almost 50% of the time. It's incredible.
But he could get to the rim almost every single time.
And that's why when
Yeah.
you settle and he's shooting 9
Yeah.
threes a game and he's only shooting 35% at that point, that's why it can be frustrating because you lose a game by 2 or 3 points and you're looking at it and you're like, well, Tatum shot 10 threes.
Yeah.
What if he takes 3 steps in, 3
Goes to the
times?
rim, draws a
It's
foul,
big
and
difference.
fucking
Yes.
No, I know, I get it,
These
I
are
get it.
real things.
I get it,
I'm
I get
a
it.
nerd when it comes to stats, Frank. Sorry.
No, I get it.
Sorry, I was impressed. I wasn't making fun of you.
No, he likes nerds.
Hey,
I was
I'll be
impressed.
honest. I came
Well,
on the
you
show
took
and
that
I'm
wrong.
entertained
I
by
was
it.
impressed.
I'm entertained by you coming prepared with all of this, and
I
like
love-
where you're coming from because all this is things that are on my head, bro. And like a lot of the questions that you have are like exactly what a lot of fans like us are thinking right now. And-
100%.
But also, I don't think we're gonna get any answers in the next month because I feel like the Celtics are gonna like throw out random lineups the next month, and like it's pretty much gonna be playoffs.
Who
with-
gives a shit for the next friggin' week? Get these guys healthy. Make sure,
Yeah,
dude, just
people-
KP, please. Just make sure this guy gets into the playoffs fucking easy.
Bubble wrap,
dude,
yes.
bubble wrap that motherfucker up the rest of the year. There's no reason to play him. I don't fucking need to see him. If I have to go to the Garden without you, I don't even care.
Who's gonna be the Finals MVP?
Jason Tatum.
It would be Tatum, yeah.
Jason Tatum is
That's
gonna.
not a fun pick though.
It is absolutely because if we're gonna win, he needs to be the best player on the court.
If we play Denver, you're right.
I mean,
But
I
still
think
wanted
that
a fun pick. Like I would have liked you to say Derek White or something.
Derek White is going to put up in the friggin' middle of the playoffs. Derek White is
You
going
know
to
it.
absolutely dominate.
versus Miami or
Dude,
something.
those games,
yeah.
he's gonna come through so clutch. He's gonna hit so many threes that you're like, how you're open, you're not open, you're still hitting, and no, you're gonna know it's D White. Yeah.
He's
Right.
like the friend that you like always forget to text and invite to the party.
And you're like, I forgot this dude was fun.
But then it turns into the
Shit, we still got Derek White over here. Like,
yeah, dude. For real though, because it keeps going. Like he comes off the bench sometimes, and you're like, how? Like he's that good.
you know what's a cool thing I like about the Celtics starting lineup? How they all have single digits. I'm like a nerd with that, like the numbers.
Yeah.
How Derek White's 9, all just single digits.
Yeah.
And I told you
The Celtics don't have many numbers left.
Who's the reason why Chris Stapps wearing number 8?
What's that?
I sent Chris Stapps a picture of himself like Photoshop with the jersey number 8.
Yeah.
And I'm the reason why he chose that number.
You're lying.
And he did an interview and he gave me credit and shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Really?
I sent it to Peacock so we could edit that in right now.
How does
Pull it up.
Feel?
That's amazing.
How does
That's
it
amazing.
feel to stand next
You've
to
seen the clip?
Porzingis?
Yeah, he's what 7'4",
7'2".
7'2"?
So
Is that it?
I
I thought
went
he was.
to
I thought he was
UFC
bigger.
fight in Vegas, going to see McGregor's fight like
Who's he
in
fighting?
2020, Cowboy Cerrone.
That was Cerrone.
And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like couple of seats next to me, Porzingis was sitting behind me, and I just went up to him and I was like, "Yo, your record against the Celtics is like 2-15 right now, like." But it would be cool if you was on the Celtics one day. And then it ended up like 4 years later, like he came to me.
We
That's
wanted
funny as
Porzingis
fuck.
on the Celtics for. They've
That's
been
funny.
teasing him.
And
I
then
like
when
that.
when
I
I
like
linked
that.
up with him in Boston, like I told him about that, and he's like, "You fucking asshole, that's right." And we've been cool ever since. Like,
You know what? Actually, I forget who said it, but like, oh no, it was Chell. He was saying who's the Kevin Garnett of the Celtics, and I don't want to say it's KP because of how they're so different in ways, but I will say they're the same at that they came to Boston and they fell in love. Dude, KP
Good point.
loves
Good point.
Boston already. Kevin Garnett dies Boston. That dude loves us, man. Like he came in and he was like a heart of the city, and like I bet if
Pierce
we
was
win
that
it,
too,
no,
back then.
no, Pierce was just like homegrown roots. Like we were like blood in with that dude. I mean, crypt in, but regardless, like whatever. You know what I mean? But like,
you're wrong.
but
KG has a better way of expressing himself. Like Paul Pierce is a little more reserved.
Yes,
he's
loud
that
about
face
it.
Type, like he
Yeah.
embraced the city. He's like the Big Poppy type of the Celtics.
He's gonna be. That's almost a better comparison, realistically. But it's just because of the Celtics, I went with that. But it's true. He's like a Big Poppy. I guarantee eventually he's gonna be looked at that way if we win a championship.
I think it's a very good point comparing KG and KP, because when KP came to the Celtics, and this is something that I share with him, like he changed what it means to be a Celtics fan. Like he makes us have the fucking best like curveball that any other team added this past year. Like,
100%.
I'm still nervous going against the Denver Chicken Nuggets over here. These motherfuckers have won it. And that's
It's
what
playing
scares
in
me
Denver
the
that
most.
scares me more than anything. It's just because like
Altitude,
they're gonna win those
they got
games.
That good smoke.
Yeah.
I'll be smoking on that Denver.
Dude,
pack.
you go out there, you're high as fuck,
NBA
bro.
Finals, I'll fly out there.
I'm
We'll get
saying.
Mr. B, we'll be out
Listen,
there. I'll
dude,
play
we-
with
no, we're-
friends,
we are
up
flying.
in the clouds with friends.
No, we'll be in the clouds with friends because we ain't driving to
We're
Denver.
going to Denver.
Nah, we'll fly to Denver if you want to do that. That's fine. But
Never driving again.
But yeah, no,
drive.
No, dude, you better get that big ass tour bus, bro.
I'll drive. As long as the light is working, I'll drive.
Yeah, no, we can jet set there. We'll meet you there.
Honestly, I had so much FOMO when you guys went
Oh, dude,
to
don't.
Biloxi, and then when they got home and were telling me stories, I was like,
No, if we had a
"Yo,
tour
I
bus,
I made the right decision."
We-
I'll tell you that
Hey,
much.
that's because you guys didn't go with me. So we're talking into the future.
Yeah.
If the Celtics make the finals and I don't have a flight, we're gonna get an RV and we're all gonna
we're gonna get the best tour bus you've ever seen,
Yes.
and then we'll talk.
We're gonna fully inspect
getting
the
it
vehicle
sponsored.
before we
Yeah,
before we leave the
yeah,
parking
and we're
lot.
getting a driver
Hey, I
so we can
know
just
how
get
to-
fucked up the whole
I'm
time.
the driver. I'm telling you, I'll PMCS. I was 10 years in the military driving truck.
Oh no shit!
You don't drink,
Huh?
right?
I don't drink. I'm good.
So
He's good then.
you might be
fucking
fine. You might be
going.
fine. You might be fine.
Yeah, Peacock might have been the worst driver I've ever seen. He might look like a good fucking truck driver. He's not.
Is he on his phone and this and that or what?
No, it's just he's like fucking shaking and fucking. Dude, we almost died. He drove for maybe 9 minutes. We almost died
What,
the
he drinking
entire 9
Monsters or
minutes.
something behind the wheel?
What's
I
the,
was adding up. but-
what's the biggest length
Shit
that you would
happens.
drive when you were in the military?
Like I definitely drove like fair share of like 8-hour drives and then I'll stop.
No.
and then drive.
Length of vehicle. Length of vehicle.
Like tractor trailers and shit like that I could drive.
How big is that? I don't even know.
But like this is a
Yeah,
light
that's
one.
big.
And those are probably heavy as
So-
balls. Like
so
this
the
thing is
biggest-
light as dude. You are going in one of these things and it feels like you're in an empty fucking box truck because you're getting blown this way and that way. So it's not easy. I'm not saying his driving skills were terrible for something that's also really hard to drive.
So I had to do I want to say it was a 22-foot box truck, and I had to drive it to Chicago. And it
Was it full or empty?
It was full.
That's a lot
a
easier.
little bit better, yeah.
Oh, is it? That's easier.
Way
Because
easier.
it weighs you down.
Dude, when you have a big ass box truck that's
Oh,
full
the
of
van,
air,
yeah.
you are
Yeah,
blowing around, dude.
Yeah, that
And
makes
this thing is light. Like we're talking about like the cheapest fucking table you could put in here, and like it's cabinets,
Yeah.
but it's basically made of paper.
Put it this way: the heaviest thing in the RV was me.
Oh, by far.
Fact.
By
we could
far.
have just added a couple lot lizards to the mix.
And yeah, you couldn't have fit him in there.
Named Shelly.
Yeah, dude.
Shelly and
you
Ruby
wouldn't have fit him
Rose.
in there.
Couple.
Man, it has been fun talking Celtics with you, my friend. What's next though? What's next?
Something we should have touched on, and maybe Peacock can lead. I feel like he knows better on the story than I do.
Yeah.
LA Dodgers. Gambling.
Shohei. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So Shohei Ohtani, who for all of you that don't know, just signed the biggest contract in MLB history. It's like 10 years.
Heavily
7
backloaded.
Like,
It's like
heavily
it's like a 20-year contract, really.
Yeah, so it's 10 years, and for the next 10 years, he's going to make $2 million a year, and then after that, for 10 years, he's going to make $68
Can I-
million.
Right, that's why I'm
Can I
saying it's like a
jump in on that?
20-year contract.
Regardless of backloaded, this motherfucker can retire and he's getting paid.
Fact.
Yeah.
So who cares if it's backloaded? This guy
Nobody.
is paid for the rest of his life.
Obvious.
So-
His family generationally is paid forever.
$700 million.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Guaranteed
Yeah.
too, right? It's all
Guaranteed,
guaranteed. So like, what if this guy could fucking get hurt? And
He's hurt right now.
I know, but I'm saying like hurt.
Doesn't matter. It
He's-
doesn't matter.
It's wild.
I'm going on vacation.
So he's an absolute stud, and he's like the first player
He is
that we've
nasty.
seen since literally Babe Ruth that can play both ways and dominate both ways. He pitches and he bats, and he's
In a game that nobody watches anymore,
in
unfortunately,
a game
right?
that no one watches. And
Yeah.
it's really, honestly, in my opinion, it's a little bit detrimental, and this kind of might make things better. Unfortunately, bad for Ohtani right now, but it's kind of detrimental to the sport that the biggest name in the sport, and I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but he doesn't speak a lick of English besides basically Reebok.
That was racist.
That was racist.
So-
I just wanted to
yeah,
call you racist.
Yeah, no, clarify.
literally
to
just wanted to
clarify, it
call
was
you. So-
because the guy is still incredible to watch play baseball.
No, and I completely agree with that. But the fans want to watch an athlete that they can relate to. They want to watch someone that gives
yeah, and
back to the
they
fans.
had one on the Angels, but he just doesn't say anything.
Mike Trout.
Yeah,
fact. Yeah, and they were
right. So he was an
teammates for a
incredible
long
baseball
time.
player for the last fucking decade, but unfortunately, the best player in baseball is kind of boring.
But that's what
This
I
is
mean.
what it is.
That
I
was
don't
also
know if I
detrimental.
completely agree with that.
I'm not saying I wouldn't want to have a beer with Mike Trout. Of course I would. I'm just saying he doesn't have like the boisterous fucking personality that like Mookie
Fair.
Betts did.
Yeah.
But like even
Bryce
Mookie,
Harper.
in comparison to like what we had with Manny Ramirez and fucking all those guys in 2004, like they're not even on the same fucking stratosphere.
Back in the day was
Yeah, right.
Manny and Poppy
But it was
Yeah,
great. I loved
right,
it.
right.
Poppy's so
Nobody,
good.
nobody
I
was
loved
complaining
it.
then. Nobody. So I'm just saying, like, it's just the personality of baseball just isn't like there. And obviously, steroids helped baseball for a while, juice a little bit of the
I
numbers,
wish it
made
came
it a little
back
bit more
and helped.
exciting.
I wish it
right?
helped some more.
Right,
Bring
they had
it
a little
back.
bit more
Bring
attitude.
steroids back
Not
to
just that, but they had more
baseball.
attitude too. Like, where's the chin music that we used to see? Pedro used to go up and in on him like regularly, and I just don't see like that like mean fucking pitcher anymore. That's like I'm like, oh, that's Randy fucking Johnson. Like, do you see that fucking guy anymore?
No, and here's
And they all throw 99 miles an hour. I'm not saying that they don't throw fast because these guys
Yeah, but did they ever
shuck.
throw a baseball at
They,
a bird? And
but they're
kill
not.
it?
Are they? But are they?
No, they didn't.
I'm just
Damn.
saying, where's the chin music? You know, where
So, and the reason that goes away is because they're making so much money. There is no drive anymore. These guys are making.
Yeah, they're getting paid.
So
Yeah.
everybody made this crazy, and you understand what I'm talking about here. The highest paid NBA player after the CBA, the newest CBA was signed, or the second, whatever one it was Michael Conley Jr. For about a 3 or 4 month span, Michael Conley Jr. signed I believe it was $160 million contract. Michael Conley Jr. was never a top 10, 15, or
That's
20
like a
player.
whatever.
Now it's
contract.
whatever.
Yeah,
MLB.
but that's what I mean. Like these
That's
new
wild.
But they also knew,
That's
based
crazy.
on the way the CBA was headed at that point and the way negotiations were going to change, that they were going to make a lot more money after that. So they knew in the long run that was not going to be a massive contract.
And that's what just happened in baseball and has been happening in baseball for a long time. Where there's no salary cap, there's nothing. Like you can pay these players what they want, and they're basically setting the market. So a guy like Mike Trout gets $360 million over a 10-year span.
Yeah.
The next man up is like, hey, Mike Trout just got hurt. He's still getting paid that. It's all fully guaranteed. I want $400 million. I want $500 million.
How many playoff games has Mike Trout played in his career?
Do you know the number?
right.
Is
No,
it-
it's
it
very
might actually
zero.
I don't, and I know it's not high.
It's no, it can't be zero.
It
They have
can't
not made
be
the playoffs
zero.
one time. I mean, that can't be the case.
Otani's never played in a playoff.
Is it zero? Do you know the number?
It might.
4.
Is it four? Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, they had
wild,
to.
though.
It is being the
That
best
is
player in
fucking
baseball.
Wild.
And it
That
was-
is wild.
But that's why he should have
That
left.
is
Player in
wild.
baseball.
That
The thing is,
wild.
and that sucks, right? Because again, baseball teams have to have. It just pisses you off because you're like, all right, I know you might like being in LA and living that lifestyle and not having to fucking deal with being on the LA Dodgers where you have all the fucking like drama. Of course. You know, like I get that, but I mean, man, you know, have some pride and just realize you have to leave the Angels at some point.
He's a Jersey boy too, so I could definitely see him going to New York
Yeah,
or
I
something.
see
You would have thought a long time. You would have done it, but it's
thing
just a
is,
different
dude,
game.
That's just not his personality.
He
But
likes
do you
he
think
laying.
he'd be good in that market, probably not, right?
I think he would still be a
Yeah,
great
he
baseball
would be
player.
good in the market,
stud.
but I don't think he wants to go there.
No, because why would
The
you
guys
want to
with money
leave
like
LA,
that,
bro?
Yeah, the guys with money like that, like
But like I said,
Chilling-
he got
Bro, I'll
season
go play for the
tickets to
Marlins.
Eagles games and shit. Mike Trout is a big Eagles fan. Like
Mm-hmm.
he might want to play in the East Coast one day.
He also.
I don't know.
He's the type of dude though. Like, look at his life. He married his high school sweetheart. He's not like an
cute.
out there. He's not out there. Like he keeps to himself. He's
Yeah.
never been over the top. When he
Yeah.
was drafted,
you don't
he
think
wasn't.
that he fucks bitches?
Honestly,
with
if
the
you would
hard
ask-
hitting questions.
Listen, I don't know his life. I don't know his life.
Baseball player, you don't think?
I
He's
honestly,
on the Angels team that the guy died from
Can he?
overdosing on.
Can he?
drugs.
No one's
You
denying that he
don't
can.
think they act up.
No one's denying that he can.
I honestly don't. I think that Mike Trout is actually a wholesome dude that just wants to get his money, play baseball. and he's
like you
really
grin.
fucking
I
good
like
at
you
it.
grin.
I think
I
he's
don't know
one
the
out
guy
of a million.
personally.
I don't know him personally either.
I think he's
so I
one out
can't
of a
say.
million, honestly.
I'll trust you, Peacock.
Yeah.
Anyways, the reason why you brought up Shohei Ohtani because today
I love this guy.
His translator got caught by transferring funds from Ohtani's name to an offshore gambler website, which
Yeah.
in California, it's not like this great state of Massachusetts where gambling is legal here. We could do whatever the fuck we want in this state.
It's fantastic.
In California, they cannot even go bet on their sports. Like everybody in the
But professional
world knows the Dodgers
players-
are gonna win the World Series, but they cannot bet on it.
Yeah, 'cause he
No,
can't-
Nobody could bet on
No,
it.
because you know how close you are to
Correct,
Vegas?
but
Vegas runs that whole
regardless-
fucking area. Like,
so through-
if you're in LA, you're going to Vegas to make bets.
But it's a big deal. though,
Regardless of state laws, professional players can't bet on themselves,
Ding,
right?
ding,
That's
ding,
how,
ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
the-
right, yeah,
so
of
the
course,
issue-
yeah.
The issue
That's a
being,
red flag.
Right.
the issue
collegiate.
being that,
Yeah.
like, who's you get to the World Series, like.
So you think that this guy translator took the fall for Ohtani and Ohtani's the gambler?
No,
Or you-
I think Otani's fucked, and yes, he is the gambler.
Oh,
so
that would
listen,
be really crazy.
So there was a clip
Suspend that
a
motherfucker.
clip that came out when all of this the knowledge was already there of what occurred, and he said, "What's?" He said he didn't know. So Otani said that I forget the translator's name, that the translator took money from his account and didn't know it occurred. But he said this the same day that he's in a dugout with his translator, and they're just chilling there, like having a good time, laughing and stuff. And it's like,
Dude, if he's betting
Bro.
on games after the contract
this-
he got, could
this
you
guy-
imagine?
this guy
Could
took
you imagine?
$500,000 out of his account multiple times.
Yes.
Dude,
And you were just sitting there fine with it. Like, that's fine. You did your money.
Is that what you're trying to say,
He
though?
had a gambling problem, and he took this money, and you had no idea that you lost $500,000. I
Hey,
don't
my
give a
friend-
fuck
Wait a
how
second,
much
so-
money you make.
so-
That's a lot of money.
what?
That's
So
a
is
lot
there
of
something
money.
going down now?
So to add on to what
That
he
was
just,
today. That came out
Yeah.
today.
I didn't even see this shit.
Yeah, no,
dude.
that came out today.
That is
I
wild.
sent it to the chat.
I've been
sent
busy,
it to
bro.
the
I've got a
chat.
lot going on.
So to add on to what you just said, there were statements that were given that have since been
They retracted. Yeah, they retracted.
Yes.
They
Holy
changed
hell.
his statement. They
They-
changed
So
his
is he?
statement.
So what are they saying? Is he going to be able to play?
They basically said
No,
in these
he's fucked.
statements that
No, he's fucked.
Otani.
Yes.
This
he
is
fucked.
Could you imagine if
Wait,
this?
no, really? You think he's fucked?
he'll
He's
be, he'll be
100% gonna be
No,
fucked.
they're blaming it on the translator last
Yeah,
time
but
I
he's
checked.
he's
the
fucked
way-
because they
Come on,
changed-
no.
Listen,
So-
Peacock will say it. He
so the
changed
way
his
that it
story,
came out
and then they
today-
proved it with that clip
yes.
because he changed his story.
It's a bombshell, bro.
They change the story, and then you're watching them on the day of the changing of the story, chilling, and they're fine. They're together, like, ooh.
The way that
Like, no,
initially-
you're fucked, dude.
The way that-
You're
Wow.
fucked.
The way
Wow.
that initially came out was like, oh, this dude stole a bunch of money from him. The Dodgers fired him. All these allegations, whatever. And then it comes out where there were statements made by the translator that said that he took money from Otani to pay a debt and didn't specify what it was for, but to pay a debt. And Otani was fine with it. And then all of a sudden, that just got wiped away. They took that statement back. They weren't supposed to make it public or anything.
And they basically got aggressive
And-
towards the translator.
And they got aggressive to make him take the fall. But whoever was in on that leaked it and was like, nah, that's not exactly how the story happened. So now what it looks like is that he was making all these bets and doing this, doing that. Otani paid for it. But the more and more you dig, it's like, why would you take this fall? Why would you make this fake story? It sounds like Otani was betting on the games through his translator, which there's
That's the
nothing illegal
perspective,
about
yeah.
it.
Oh no! I completely understand
If
the
you weren't
concept.
a MLB
that
player-
seems that just seems
baseball.
absolutely
Exactly.
outrageous
Yeah.
for a man who, dude, you could bet. Like, what does he need to win?
Why are you betting?
What does he need to win? You can buy everything.
As
if
the
you were like,
highest paid,
I want to
yeah.
buy
He
the
could
Empire
already be
State
gone.
Building,
As
he's
the
like,
highest
okay,
paid,
like.
yeah.
I got $700
He could
in
go in and buy
Here's
the
the thing.
biggest fucking building in New York City,
Guys-
and that's all he has to do.
Guys, gambling is an addiction.
It doesn't make any sense. He
It
could
is an
gamble on
addiction.
anything in life. You could just be like, I want to bet half my money on anything.
I don't
on a
doubt
fucking-
that he goes to casinos and he plays a fucking
He could
$500,000
go-
blackjack
right
on a hand.
But if
Like,
he
I
wants
don't know.
to, but that's the thing is that if you have that kind of money, you don't have to bet on sports. You can go and play blackjack.
But it
just
is
not
now more
play.
than
But it-
apparent that he is gambling on himself.
What it comes down to
He
is
wants
this.
more money, apparently.
It comes down to is all these athletes, they use their family to go bet and do it for them.
They're all
And-
doing it. Don't get me
and
wrong.
They
Yeah.
are all doing
They're
it.
all
And
doing
these
it.
leagues are, every time you watch every sport event, you seeing like 10 different ads for this FanDuel, this DraftKings. Wait, those motherfuckers.
If you're
never
rigging
paid us.
games, that makes
They
sense.
didn't pay us yet,
But
right?
you have to be rigging
They're not
games.
sponsor of the podcast yet.
No.
Whoa.
DraftKings,
No,
FanDuel.
not yet.
Yeah, but we
can't
hope
go
they
No,
are
but we're actually
someday.
trying.
We hope they are.
Send
someday.
us an email. Send us an email.
No, we just actually sent them an email.
Okay. Look in your email.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, my guy. We actually would love to work with DraftKings. By the way, you seem fantastic.
don't
We love
think-
this guy.
I don't want to name a specific player, but
What?
imagine Joe Schmo on some football team. If you don't think he's hitting up his cousin
Calvin Ridley.
and being like, "Yo, we got this week," or "Yo, so and so's not feeling that good. So and so's not feeling that good," and he knows his cousin's a gambler. Like, I would bet this way. If you don't think that occurs, you're out of your mind.
You're crazy.
LeBron James
I
does
think-
it every year. He loses
Just-
one game in every series on purpose and tells all his circle to bet on the other team.
There you
That
go.
That's
LeBron
very
James is a
no.
clown.
Then if you're rigging games, then that's completely different. I'm saying it's like easier if you're like a boxer. If you're in baseball, like how are you rigging games in baseball unless you're pitching? Like what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You like you. it's just a different game, right? Like if you're a boxer and Floyd's like, hey, I have 97 rat holes fucking making me money after this fight that I'm gonna win because it's rigged for me to win in boxing. So like, yeah, that makes sense.
I just saw some
Baseball?
I just saw some new angles from the Ngannou fight, and I'm.
Oh, I saw that angle.
And
No,
I'm
today,
like,
dude, he didn't even punch him. Dude, I mean,
Dude.
unless it was edited, it had, dude.
If it was edited, maybe. But
I'm
dude,
just saying it's the
it
only way.
landed, like over here.
It wasn't,
Not-
dude. It was like this. He punched him, and it was like,
It was like, what the fuck?
dude. Like he had superpowers that he just fucking the force just possibly blew him
In
back.
the same breath, I'm like, why would Ngannou? I don't know.
Money,
Set up a super fight. And
money. Boxing is so rigged, and
Did
it's
you
been
see the pay-per-view numbers on that?
Yeah.
Like it was very low. Like not many people bought that fight at all.
he
So
So
then why
made
even set it
10
up unless
million.
you fucking?
that must be like through sponsorships, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
So
Ngannou
ten-
made
Yeah,
like
a lot of
20
the money
million.
sponsor. Yeah, a lot of
that's
the money
crazy.
sponsor.
yeah.
One thing I will say, fucking Calvin Ridley, who has been known to bet on sports. Everybody knows this.
Yeah,
he
he's
got suspended for a whole year.
Yeah.
He was a free agent this season, and the Jaguars were a plus 100 favorite to sign him.
Yep. We went at him.
The Patriots were a plus 250 favorite to sign him. So like pretty good.
Yeah.
And the Patriots were aggressive. They beat the Jaguars offer. Out of nowhere, on the last day,
Yeah.
after,
Surprise!
after it came out that if Calvin Ridley stayed with the Jaguars for 12 more hours, their compensatory, whatever the fuck
Compensatory?
that is, compensatory pick would go from, instead of having to give up a 4th round pick, they'd only have to give up a 6th round pick. Everyone's like, oh, he's definitely signing with the Jaguars. He signs with long shot 1,800 plus odds. The Titans, who have no quarterback. They just gave up their best running back.
So you're saying like all of his friends were like, "Yo,
Buddy.
bet on me to go to the
Buddy,
Titans
I'm
at
just
huge
saying.
odds."
Do you know what $1 million bet?
$18 million.
That is kind of funny.
It's a full year.
That's pretty fun. But again, he's going to another place where there's no quarterback and a little bit nicer weather.
And also,
And I would do that too.
So
I would do that
you
too.
guys- in the
You
s-
guys sound like you guys are not in Calvin Ridley's Discord server.
He
gives
hasn't invited
advice
me
his
in.
Discord server. I'm saying pretty after I hit that bet. No, man.
I'm
No,
just
but
saying.
to answer your question, Peacock, I believe 1,000%. All his people put their money on
There's some
that.
funky
Yeah.
shit
And all of
happening.
them got season tickets.
Hell
They're a new team now.
Yeah,
That's how these motherfuckers get off
Yeah,
by not
makes
paying.
sense. Makes
Oh,
sense.
you don't want to buy this cousin a house?
Yeah.
Just tell them to bet on my team to lose
Yeah.
this game, and we're
Yeah.
gonna lose on purpose. All of our families are gonna do that.
And I'm a diehard
Somebody's gonna
Patriots.
get caught one time.
I'm a diehard Patriots fan. I love them. And I'm dying for them to go after a number 1 wide receiver. But I
Yeah.
will say this to you, sir, Calvin Ridley. Thank you for doing that because you ain't shit.
Yeah,
and
you
I
got-
didn't want you anyway.
Whoa!
You should
Yeah,
have worn a
good.
mask
Whoa.
when you signed that
He's
deal
not a
because
number
you
one.
fucking
Oh
robbed the
man!
He's not. Yeah. Dude, they gave him a bag.
If he-
$23 million a
$23
year.
million.
Dog,
You
if
ain't
he
even
shows
a
up
top
someday
15
and
wide
wants to fight
receiver,
you.
piece of shit.
Him and Sean Strickland are on my list.
Listen, like,
If Sean
what if that's
shows
just
up,
the way the
I
league's
love
headed,
him
though?
so much, I'd fight him with you. I don't think he needs my help.
But is that the way? Is that the way the league is headed though? Like, is that what a wide receiver is worth at this point? Like,
Too much.
Well, so the problem is, like, the big name wide receivers are coming up on their contracts.
right next year when
Justin
those guys come up,
Jefferson,
I'm saying,
yeah,
what are they going to get? Are they going to get 30 million?
26, 27. It's going to be
Justin Jefferson,
so
I think
they
it's
are
gonna
going to
be
have to
higher.
give him
I
the
think-
biggest bag of all time.
Big-
I think
bag.
everyone's gonna sit
For a
at
wide
30
receiver.
30's gonna be the number. I think it's gonna. Some might play above
I
that.
hope it
I
doesn't
think it's
go
gonna.
that high, honestly, because it's just gonna like
For him to stay in Minnesota, where like they haven't had a friggin' quarterback that's going to get him over the top ever.
You like that? You like that?
well, Kurt can't stay healthy. Which
I'm just saying.
he had an MVP
Like,
season.
He
before
might put up
got hurt.
numbers. He might
He
put up the
was
numbers,
fucking-
but
he was a
no.
stud before he
Come
got
on. Stud is
I
like
can't believe how
top
much money
12.
he made in the league.
It's unfucking believable.
He made a lot of
Who is his agent? Because he is the MVP,
Probably Scott
bro.
Boras.
Could be
Dude,
Sean Stellato.
it's not.
My
But
man.
but
My man.
yeah, no, but he is
Sean.
No, he's a stud. He's a
Sean.
fucking stud.
Oh, you know Sean.
You know him. Yeah, yeah,
Sean
yeah.
Stellato?
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
dude.
that's my
Dude,
man.
he's
That's my
he's
dude.
making
I
it
know
happen
Sean.
for himself, and I fucking love that for sure.
Yeah, Sean holds it down.
Yeah, yeah.
The parade in Southie.
Yeah, I
We
believe
went.
it.
We went
I
to.
believe it.
We went to one of his draft parties. He's a good dude.
I've known
but
him for a while.
yeah,
through work
that's
and
where I
stuff.
met Christopher Quazzo too.
So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need to get Sean on
First
the
time.
podcast. Let's go.
Sean,
Yeah.
come through.
Sean.
Wear that hat too.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but
Best
He's
best.
high energy. That
Best
man
dressed
is
Asian in
high
no,
energy.
there's a reason he's made it
Yeah.
where he is because
There's
he's
a-
got
yeah, there's
fucking energy.
Absolutely a reason. he
For
is.
sure.
We were
He's got
hearing
swag
your
too,
story
though.
on
He's got-
episode 123. Tell him to come on.
Before that.
That's a while. That's
He's
a
also
while.
an OG high school athlete and I believe college athlete as well.
Mel
did-
Kiper
No, I mean
hates him.
he looks like he's still shredded because but
Oh, he is. He's
I think
absolutely
the
shredded.
Yeah.
college he went to starts with an M. I forget what it's called.
I'm not gonna remember.
Merrimack,
Nah.
I don't think it's Merriman.
Manhattan.
no.
dude.
But yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He gave me a T-shirt. It's my favorite gym T-shirt still to this day.
Oh, I gotta shout out our guy right here.
What you got?
So I can't hold these. Can you hold these up? Yeah. So he's got. I said I can't talk. He said I got some big man shorts. Who can these fit? And I was like, that's me. He
First
goes,
of all,
"Yeah, I just wanna give these to you."
Peacock is not going to be able to fit in these by the time the summer comes because he's losing all this weight.
My man.
So he's going to give those back to me once he loses all the weight.
Yeah, I don't know,
And I
man.
will. I'll give them right back.
I'm rooting for you. I want you to stay
I
on your
appreciate
diet
that,
and
bro.
stay
Yeah.
grinding.
I love
That's
that.
what's
I
up.
love
Hell
that.
yeah. It's not easy once you get a little older, bro. The pounds don't come off as easy.
He's
Luckily,
how old
the
are
pound's
you?
Been dropping. I'm 32. So
Yeah,
I'll be
so you guys
33
are like the
next
same
year,
fucking
yeah.
age,
So
dude.
I'm
We
lucky.
can make-
They're
we can
still
all make it
dropping off.
happen.
But I mean, I was big. I still am big. But they're still coming off, and it's fun. It's been a really fun journey. I hate that word. I really do. It's been a really fun lifestyle change.
Yeah.
But also, on top of that, and him.
We're just not gonna let you quit, bro. That's just it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on top of that, and him telling me that I look better, I also want to shout him out because his wife made these delicious. This is very funny and ironic. Spinach pies.
Spanakopita?
No, you don't
Yeah,
call it that.
I don't know what they're called from
Not
back
a
home.
spinach pie. I can't even pronounce it.
They're these-
Joey hit me.
Greek spinach things.
Spanakopita.
Spanakopita.
Panakopita.
They're these.
Spanakopita.
That was way better.
Spanakopita.
That was way
Spanakopita.
better.
Spanakopita. Spanakopita.
10 out of
They're
10.
Greek.
Oh
Greek.
my
They're
god,
delicious.
dude!
Unreal.
You were like, oh, it's a pastry with spinach, and I was like, cool, spinach pie.
You've never had it?
Love it. No, because we have like just regular Italian spinach pies back home,
Ah.
which are delicious, by the way. These are homemade in a croissant, so like I had to, I probably got some on my beard.
Definitely.
But holy, out of this world! I would pay big money for those things. They were
What
delicious.
episode number is this?
34.
34. For episode number 100, we're going to have a big party, and I'm going to make some for the whole
We do
Oh, hell
need. We
yeah.
100% need to have a big party.
For 100? Oh, we're having a massive party.
It's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
We're
That-
going to get some girls pregnant.
I think honestly that's
Not you,
lining up
not
pretty
you.
good for me and my wife for sure.
Amanda don't get any idea.
Yeah. That's because what would that be? That's like next year at some point.
It's just under 2 years of full length time, which would be
Yeah.
104 weeks.
Yeah, because we
was
started in
104 episodes.
July.
It's like a
But
year and a
yeah.
half.
So it's 4
I
weeks
respect the
short.
grind. I respect the grind. It's not easy.
No, you got to just keep putting it up.
You know what?
Keep
We
going,
show up on
keep doing it.
Thursdays and we just like doing this. It actually is pretty easy. We just there's really like the good thing is that this is like our space, so there's really not a whole lot of overhead to what we do, and we just love it. So like for us, this is easy. We love doing this, and showing up here on Thursdays is a pleasure, and I get to hang out with my best friends every fucking Thursday, and I think it's pretty fun. We end up saying a bunch of stupid shit that we can, I don't know, people think are funny for some stupid reason, and we get to meet people like you, dude, that like we wouldn't normally get a chance to meet you, but because we're like, hey dude, you want to put a fucking sheet up? All of a sudden we have like the pleasure to meet you, and we're gonna come hang out with you at Big Night Live all playoffs. I can't fucking wait for that.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll have the
that-
100th
I'm
like,
episode party.
Dude, it sounds like you put on one hell of an event, and I want to be a part of it for sure.
I believe that is like up you guys' alley because all the people are just like us. Like they dig the Celtics and these games. We haven't even spoke about this, but the tickets are going crazy prices, and fans like us are getting priced out. Like you cannot go to like 10 games a year anymore like you used to. But these watch parties are a way to get together with like the top tier fans
And enjoy
that
it,
like
The
they want to be
real
there for a good
fans.
atmosphere, network a little bit.
You got a
internet and
link
shit.
for tickets?
I want Up Late with Friends to come out there and just like market, meet new people, and get more like love for you guys brand too, because you guys are gonna be the next big thing. And I came here episode 30. I cannot wait to see you guys episode 300.
Oh, dude, we're so pumped about that, man.
Giving
Like,
me
That's
goosebumps
far
right
out.
now.
That's
Fuck.
It's
out,
far
but I
out.
see the vision. I
Yeah.
believe
dude.
in what you guys do. Like, there's a space for this, and not only that, you guys focus on like building up like local businesses. That's an important thing to people.
Yeah.
And I fuck with that a lot.
I love that, dude. Thank you. Honestly, that's exactly what we're trying to fucking do. Like, we're just trying to have fun and
nail
enjoy
on that,
ourselves.
dog.
Like, that's like
You
our whole
nailed it.
shit right there. So,
Well, I'm coming back when you guys.
Oh,
Are
100%.
bigger.
Oh, no,
You
dude.
guys are gonna
Yeah.
be too big for me.
first of all, you are welcome back literally any week. So here's the deal. It's like once you're a friend of the show forever. So like you want to come back and hang out and talk to us, buddy, you're always welcome. I love having a good sports talk. I mean, clearly you know more than just basketball, but like obviously you are one of the biggest fucking Celtics fans I've ever seen. Obviously, the memorabilia
Definitely
you
have
brought.
an angle on it.
Yeah, you're
you're crushing
nailing it. You're nailing it. And I mean, I consider myself a huge Celtics fan, but like somebody like you with the fucking memorabilia that you fucking rock and the games you've been to, like more power to you. I fucking love that shit.
All love, bro.
For real.
Nice to meet you.
So
guys.
no, dude, it's great to meet you. And yeah, I mean, I think this is really the beginning because I absolutely want to do more Celtics talk and more sports talk. And what a better person to have on the squad than you if you ever want to come back for sure. Like this is a large group of friends. We're still growing, and I can't wait to have like
That's the
more
concept.
conversations
It's
like
Up
this.
Late with Friends.
But like, right, so we're growing.
Late
It's just
with
like
friends.
cool people doing cool shit, and like come show off.
You're doing some fucking cool shit and pop up whenever you want like a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Right. That's how. And yeah, typically.
Don't want crazy.
Yeah, can we?
popping up.
You girls, please stay far
Yeah,
away.
no, none of that.
I've been
You know what
I've
I'm
been
saying.
fortunate to be with the same girl for my whole life. So
Whole life?
I'm
No
good.
shit. That's
bro.
incredible,
I don't got
bro.
no bad stuff.
What an amazing. That's an amazing story in itself. I have not been that blessed, but for the last 8 years, have found the perfect woman, and yeah, I'm married
She
to her.
listening
And,
right now?
she
If you're listening out there right now, Up Late with Friends, like, subscribe, rate, and you know the fucking vibes. We'll be back next week.
Oh yeah, yo. Honestly, shout out to fucking Green Runs Deep.
Crushed it, kid.
You
Crushed
absolutely
it, kid.
smashed it, and let's send you off with fucking a real send off. Yeah, love you.
Preach.
That was good, guys. I never really did a podcast talking like free range like you guys do.